Massachusetts Department of Public Health's mission is to promote wellness and health for all people in the Commonwealth, as well as assure access to high-quality public health care services. Now, preventing illnesses, injury, and premature death are also part of the department's mission. And with September being National Preparedness Month, we wanted to continue our conversation with DPH on its campaign to encourage individuals and families to plan and prepare for emergency. Now, the goal of this campaign is to help citizens prepare for, respond to, and recover from threats like public health threats like bioterrorism, outbreaks of infectious disease, and other large-scale public health emergencies. And we all know that in today's world, these are very, very realistic possibilities. Now, this morning, we wanted to focus on emergency preparedness for individuals with disabilities. And for this purpose, we've invited David D'Arcangelo. He's director of the Massachusetts Office on Disability, and Donna Quinn. She's the acting deputy director for the Office of Preparedness and Emergency Management. Thank you for coming by. Good morning.
Thank you.
Update.
Great to be here.
Good. I want to start with you, Donna, because I just want to give you a little overview of what the Office of Preparedness and Emergency Management does.
Great. Well, the Office of Preparedness and Emergency Management has the opportunity to coordinate with local, state, and federal partners to help ensure that planning and preparedness efforts within local communities are sort of resources available to folks, and that they understand sort of what they have and what their responsibilities are, as well as understanding who in their community may have some access and functional needs so they can help plan and prepare for those individuals as well.
Yeah. And this month being National Preparedness Month, I imagine your department's been very busy trying to get the word out with your partners, being on this show, et cetera, right?
Yes, absolutely. We have been very busy, and we've also paired up with some marketing individuals who have helped us to ensure that we can get the word out even more. To that end, we do have some campaigns with some local libraries. Additionally, we are also ensuring that there's some local TV stations that will have spots that will air, including a Captain Chaos video. And in the libraries as well, we have a new activity book called Fred the Preparedness Dog. And so we have that as a new item for this year as well.
Very busy. Now, your office, Massachusetts Office of Disability, you serve several important functions in the community. Just give me a few.
Sure. So we serve as the Americans with Disabilities Act coordinator for the executive branch of state government, the ADA coordinator. That's a big role. We also serve as technical advisor to all of the municipal commissions on disabilities across the Commonwealth, as well as partnerships with DPH, our other agencies around state government, and of course, we sit on the 911 Commission, the State Emergency Response, and we run our Emergency Preparedness Bags program, which I think we're going to talk about as well.
I got one of those, but before, so how have you guys been working together, right? You guys have been working together?
Sure, yeah. On emergency preparedness, we have kits, and really, we get together on the access and functional needs piece to really not think of people with disabilities monolithically, but rather by prevalence type, and the particular challenges that one prevalence type may have may be different from that of another prevalence type. So really to focus in on how we can best provide services for people with disabilities in the event of an emergency.
Yeah, and let's get to that. In the event of an emergency, what are some of the basic stuff that people should know about and jot down as kind of some of the priorities?
Yeah, prepare. The best day to prepare is a sunny day when there's no emergency and you can set out a plan and know what you're going to need to do. So if you're a person with a disability, maybe you have a challenge with transportation on a normal day, on a typical day. So what's that going to be like in the event of an emergency? So we want to try to walk through them, and we have kits and best practices on how to go about thinking about that.
Now, you guys have participated in this campaign for the last 5 years, right?
Yes, we have.
What's been the response, and you think it's been an effective campaign?
Oh, absolutely. It's been an effective campaign, and I think the response continues to grow, and as we have more and more events that sort of spark the need to be prepared, as we've seen with weather events recently, for sure. I think we see more and more of that in interest, and I think one of the things, as David pointed out, there's so many different things to consider. But for community members who may be working with local planners or whatnot, it's important that they have that information. So we as, partner agencies can certainly work together, but it's also our responsibility to convey that information to others at the local level so that they can help to prepare and do those things that people need to have visibility of.
Yeah, the timing of you guys coming on the show is kind of, it's perfect given, what we've seen the last couple of weeks, this last week in Puerto Rico and with Hurricane Harvey and in Irma. But I want to kind of now use some props. I love props here, okay? So I'm going to go with it.
So this has 4 days full of food and water for one person, 2 for 2 people, 2 days for 2 people. And one of the best things we have in here, a very popular item, is our crank flashlight. You can also charge your cell phone with that. That's very popular, but we also have a food ration in here. We have a bag so you can collect fresh water. We have a poncho, first aid kits.
So you should have everything in a bag like this, at least one bag for 2 people, or one bag per person.
Sure, one go pack we like to say that you can grab and go, because there's all different types of emergencies too. So there's a shelter-in-place emergency. There's also the emergency where you're going to be going to a shelter reception center.
Is that where we can get one at that website?
Yes, that website, right on our website. You can ask for a training. We'll come out and we'll train people with disabilities, the management of buildings, and first responders as well.
For free?
Sure, that's your tax dollars. We're your state government at work for you.
Good. That's good news. All right, so now I'm going to come over here. And now what do we got in here? Well, I know you took some of the items out.
I did take some of the items out, but this is one of the items that you can get if you go to our website. There is a No Plan Prepare page, and there is actually a link to the clearinghouse where this material is available. But one of the things here is on the bag itself, it actually suggests some of the items that you should have in a preparedness. So we don't want people to be feeling like they can't do it because they're overwhelmed by, like, I have to stockpile all these things. So just recognize that some of these items are very basic, like things like matches or, a flashlight.
So bottled water, canned foods,
right,
can opener, right?
Yeah. Maybe get one item every time you go to the store. So if you bring the bag with you, and there's other items that are available in the clearinghouse as well. Some small flashlights or these pill containers. So if you're, one of the things to consider is if you might need to leave your home in an emergency, to have medications and things available as well.
Good. Now you're holding up something over here, right?
You've got our workbook too that's available on our website that helps you do things like tracking your medications, important numbers, the file of life, and really, again, it's being prepared ahead of time. That's the best time to prepare.
Yeah, and again, I mean, I think all of us are thinking about that now as we watch the news and what's going on. So I would imagine the interest in this is going to spike. I mean, not just because you're here, but what's happened over the last. I mean, when you watch that, you must be feeling for those people and saying, I hope they kind of prepared this way, right?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, and it's just devastating, and you want nothing but the best, but you realize that preparing is all the more important, because no matter what you prepare for, you can't prepare for everything, but at least to have a plan gets you in place and gets you somewhere to start.
All right, so let's assume, you said today's a great day for this.
Yes,
Sunday, I think before the Patriots game goes on, you can, how long do you think a family should kind of carve out? Half hour?
Yeah, a half hour, an hour, and everybody really, it's about communication and making sure that everybody knows here's the rally point where we're going to meet in the event of an emergency.
Okay, go over that, because, I was talking about with my daughter, right? Because they assume, I think kids nowadays assume that everybody will have a cell phone and it'll be working at all times. That wasn't the case years ago, and when an emergency like this happens, communication could be something that's down, right?
Yeah, your cell network could be compromised, so really knowing ahead of time, hey, meet at this location could really be really help you in that situation, you and your family prepare. So anything you can do ahead of time, so try to foresee it, because not all emergencies are going to be the same. A snowstorm is going to be different than a flood, and that's going to be different than a heat wave or an electrical outage.
Good. All right, Don, I think we got everything in, right?
I think we did.
Good. I really like this bag there, because it's got all the stuff there, and I like your idea of picking some stuff up little by little. So I'm definitely. Can I take this bag?
Yeah, of course you may.
I'm gonna take the other one too.
Sure. That's what they're there for.
Freebies. All right. Thank you so much for coming by. I'm gonna have to DPH on more often so I get more free stuff. All right. When we come back, No Books, No Balls celebrates 25 years. More details coming up right here on Urban Update.